Hello, and welcome back to Beyond the Surface, the space where we dig deeper into the mind, human behavior, and the hidden forces that shape our lives. I'm your host, Amir, and today we're diving into one of the most powerful and misunderstood parts of human psychology: motivation. What drives us? Why do we lose motivation so easily? And what does science actually say about how motivation works? If you've ever felt stuck, inconsistent, or lost your drive too quickly, this episode is for you. What is motivation? Motivation isn't just feeling inspired, it's a psychological process, a combination of biological energy, emotional desire, and cognitive intention. Psychologists define motivation as the internal process that activates, guides, and sustains behavior over time. So it's not just about starting, it's about continuing. Motivation has three major components: activation, the spark, deciding to start something; persistence, continuing the action even when obstacles appear; intensity, the level of concentration and effort you invest. Most people only chase activation, the initial spark, but long term success comes from persistence and intensity. Motivation begins with needs. Abraham Maslow's famous hierarchy explains that our drive comes from trying to meet specific levels of need: physiological, security, love and belonging, esteem, self actualization. Here's the powerful part: we're most motivated when our behavior aligns with the needs we're trying to fulfill. For example, if you're lacking stability, your motivation naturally goes toward work, routine, and financial safety. If you already have stability, motivation shifts to growth, learning, and creativity. Motivation isn't random, it's a psychological GPS guiding you toward unmet needs. There are two major forces that drive us. One, intrinsic motivation. This comes from within: curiosity, passion, personal growth, enjoyment. Here are a few examples. You study psychology because you love understanding people. You exercise because it makes you feel alive. Intrinsic motivation is the strongest, longest lasting type. Two, extrinsic motivation. This comes from external rewards: money, praise, grades, social approval, recognition. Here are a few examples. You work overtime because you'll get paid more. You post on social media for likes. Extrinsic motivation isn't bad, but it can become fragile. When external rewards stop, your motivation often disappears with them. The key is to blend both. Use extrinsic rewards to start and intrinsic motivation to sustain. Dopamine is not a pleasure chemical, it's a motivation chemical, a signal that says, move toward this. There is potential reward ahead. Our brain releases dopamine, not when we achieve something, but when we anticipate it. This is why planning your goals feels good. Crossing things off a checklist feels good. Even imagining success can energize you. But there's a dark side. We can train our brain to need constant dopamine hits. Scrolling social media, checking notifications, jumping between tasks, starting new things but never finishing. This leads to dopamine burnout, where nothing feels motivating anymore. To fix this, reduce artificial dopamine spikes and create deeper, long-term rewards. Decades of research reveal six major psychological forces that drive almost everything we do. One, autonomy. We're motivated when we feel we have control. This is why micromanagement kills productivity. Two, mastery. Humans want to get better at something. Progress feels addictive. Three, purpose. When your actions feel meaningful, motivation becomes unstoppable. Four, connection. We are social creatures. Support and belonging fuel our drive. Five, progress. Seeing even small steps creates momentum. Six, identity. The strongest form of motivation is becoming someone you're proud of. We don't just chase goals, we chase the version of ourselves who can achieve them. If you struggle with consistency, you're not alone. Here are the real psychological reasons motivation fades. You rely only on emotion, not structure. You expect motivation to be constant. Your goals are too big or unclear. You have no feedback or progress tracking. You don't have a deeper why. Your lifestyle drains your energy. You're fighting your environment instead of designing it. Most people think they lack discipline, when in reality, they lack clarity, structure, and emotional alignment. Here are science based strategies to create consistent motivation. 1. Start small. Shrink the task until it feels easy to begin. Success builds naturally from momentum. 2. Build identity based habits. Instead of, I want to read more, say, I am the type of person who learns every day. 3. Control your environment. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. 4. Make progress visible. Track your steps, your reps, your words written. The brain needs evidence. 5. Attach purpose. Ask yourself, what bigger need does this goal fulfill? 6. Reduce friction. Make good habits easier, bad habits harder. 7. Rest strategically. Recovery isn't laziness. It's part of the motivational cycle. Motivation doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's something we create. Motivation isn't a mystery. It's a psychological system, one you can understand, manage, and strengthen. When you align your goals with your needs, when you understand your emotional drivers, and when you build systems that support you, motivation stops being temporary. It becomes a lifestyle. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Beyond the Surface. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs a little push today. I'm Amir. And until next time, remember, real growth begins when you go beyond the surface.